Good morning, church. This is Pastor Mike. I hope that you are having a great day today. As many people who know me know, it doesn't take long of being around me. I am an extrovert. I love to be around people. I love to talk with people. I like to joke and have conversations and do all sorts of things. And it probably wouldn't surprise too many folks if I said one of the things that I hate most is feeling alone. Now, notice I didn't say being alone because sometimes it's nice and it's relaxing, and there's a lot of introverts who are probably pumping their fist in the air, also saying, yes, being alone can be good, can be refreshing, and even life giving in itself to have that time to reflect and to think. But feeling alone is different because we've probably all had moments where we feel alone even when we're in a room full of people where we feel isolated, we feel not understood, we feel separated or broken in our relationship from others. We can be in a crowd of hundreds and still feel completely alone. It is not God's will for us to be alone in this world in any way. In reading this week and in reading this morning, we've seen in Exodus chapter 19 is God is calling the people and saying, you've seen what I have done for you, that I'm there for you. What I've done to the Egyptians and how I've borne you out on eagle's wings from that land of slavery. God calls the people to be a holy nation. A priestly kingdom is what God calls it. And as Moses tells the people, if they will obey God's covenant, he will be their God and he will set them apart as his prized possession. He will hold them close. It says that they respond as one. Everything the Lord has spoken, we will do. Everyone responded with one voice. In other words, nobody in that moment was alone. Each one spoke from their heart, but they realized that everybody else's hearts were moving the same. And it's this wonderful little message, this little inkling and shadow of what the church community can be and should be in our world, where we speak as one, not because we're carbon copies of one another, but because God's Spirit moves in each one of us. And we realize, and it's important to know that we're never alone, that God is always with us. But one of the main ways that God shows his presence with us and reminds us that he never leaves us is through the presence and the voice of our church family, our brothers and sisters in Christ who also speak out, who remind us and say, you are not alone. I care for you. I pray for you. What happens to you matters to me. That is the blessing and the miracle of being a part of a local church. That we can care for one another, understand one another, sometimes argue with one another, but always come from a place of love and understanding. I hope that you have that experience in your life. If you don't, I hope that you find it and reach out for it, because there are churches that seek to draw people in, not just to save a soul, but to redeem a person. And to remind each person that we are not alone, that God is with you. So God bless you today. Know that you are not alone, that God's presence is already around you and goes before you. And God is preparing a way for you to be able to be that same presence for someone else, to remind them that they are never alone as well. God bless you today as you go out into the world. May you find opportunities to love others in the name of Christ and to speak out with one voice that we will do all that God has commanded. Have a good day.